unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies until all my fears are gone. And I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. No, I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name. I've been born again to your family. Your blood flows through my veins. And I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. No, I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. Oh, I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. Oh, I have no fear because your love is taken away from me. And I am surrounded by the arms of a Father. I am surrounded by songs of deliverance. We've been liberated from our bondage. Oh, we're the sons and the daughters. So let us sing our freedom. Oh,
A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to In the Streets with Big Stone. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're here because 2 lives have been lost. We have lost 2 beautiful souls. And what we're trying to do here is to bring some dignity to both souls. Some dignity to a young man by the name of Miguel Williams. They call him Mr. Cool. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, a few months ago, a young girl by the name of Shante Skyes was brutally raped and murdered in the Sterling Castle area of Kingston. What happened then was what we call jungle justice. What happened then was a mob of fed up and angry Jamaicans took the law into their own hand, rushed little Miguel Williams, only 30 years old, 2 weeks shy of his birthday, and they killed him and burned him in a house. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Miguel's mother. Her name is Charmaine Lee, and we're here to talk about her son. Good afternoon. How are you doing? First time I see you. Let me shake your hand.
I'm fine, thank you.
I know it is a hard pill to swallow, but anytime you lose a loved one, it really touches the core of anybody's heart. Ladies and gentlemen, I must first say this. I am in sympathy with the family of Shante Skayas because I know what it is to lose a loved one. You can remember Shanika Anderson, the little 6-year-old girl that was taken from the Coronation Market in 2005. And little Shanika Anderson was brutally raped and sodomized, and her body was taken to Raytown, and she was found dead the following day. There's also a little boy by the name of Courtney Walker. He was stabbed 57 times in the Bamba River area of St. Thomas, and then they cut his throat. So what Big Stone is all about, I'm not here to take sides, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to split justice. I'm here so that the truth can be brought to the fore. I'm also here because a family member, a family friend, reached out to me on my YouTube page and begged me to restore some dignity to Miguel Williams' life. As you know, the stigma is still overhanging that he's a child rapist, that he's a killer. But the truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, little Miguel Williams is just an innocent victim as poor little Shante Skayas. So my condolences goes out to the families of Shante Skayas. We know there's no words can bring back your poor little daughter, but we sympathize with your daughter, and we only hope that justice is served in your daughter's case. Tell us a little bit about Miguel Williams. Who is Miguel Williams? Because the world knows Miguel Williams as a child killer, a rapist. Tell us to the earlier days when poor little Miguel was born.
Miguel was just an easygoing person, loved school, was still going to school. Up to the time of his death, he was just waiting for another certificate from the art school. Yes, he did level 2 in computer technology. He loves dancing, but not too much at the forefront because he's shy. He writes a lot, write music and stuff like that. He's a very quiet, ordinary person.
Was he a jovial little kid who used to run around the house and do some trouble every once in a while? Tell us about that.
Miguel is not really a troublemaker.
He's not a
You
trouble.
will mostly find Miguel lie down in some corner with some book or something. You find him with a book, or if he's amongst his friends, they are doing music or they are doing dancing or something creative.
So he's that jovial kind of a kid. He's that kid that everybody loves, because the gentleman that contacted me from England, Mr. Brooks, speaks so highly of Miguel. He said that Miguel, he knows he could put his life on the block, that Miguel would never ever do something like what he has been accused of and what he has been murdered of.
Yeah, no way. Miguel is not a glorifying person. He has a lot of friends, but you won't find him clowning around like how you see a lot of the youths them clown around. If you go to a dance, you don't even stay there long. That is how he is.
Take us back to the day that you learned that your son Miguel Williams, Mr. Cool, was murdered. Talk to me.
Tell you the truth, I don't know what happened. I'd stopped from work like 2 days in a row prior to the little girl's death, helping to seek to find her body.
So you was actually part of the search team that went looking for Shante Skyers when she was reported missing?
Yes, because first, when she was missing, I got a call and I was at work.
All right, stop a bit. Do you live close to Shante Skyers?
Yes.
How close would you say that you live?
I would say
2 houses away, 3 houses away?
about 5 houses away.
About 5 houses away.
Yeah.
So you know Shante Skyers very well?
I don't know her all that well because she hasn't been in the community too long, but I know her father.
Oh, you know her father, but have you ever seen Shante Skyers?
Yes, I've seen her at the shop.
Okay, you seen her at the shop.
Yes, and I have 2 boys who used to go to the same school that she was going.
Okay.
So I was at work on the evening when she was missing when I got a call from one of the shopkeepers asking me if I see her. And I'm like, no, I don't reach home as yet. And it was raining, so I said to him, when I reach home, I'll ask my 2 boys if they had seen her.
Right.
I came, I passed the shop, I stopped and tell him I just reached home. So when I went down, one of them was sleeping, one wasn't sleeping. So they said they saw her at school. But it's not like she even traveled with them. And the direction that she walked to come home, they don't walk that side either. So it kind of pricked me after a while, knowing that this guy really called me to ask me about this little girl because I'm not too familiar with her. I'm familiar with other children around here who, they and my children travel sometimes.
Okay.
But not she.
So what happened when you learned now that she was found and she was raped and they're accusing your son of doing this?
Nobody accused my son in front of me. I was there the day. I did not go to work the day when the little girl was found. I was at home. I was on the search. I went all the way out to the square brought back some of the teachers because they had blocked off a certain section. And so I had to walk the teachers other way from, nobody could have gone.
Okay, so you're talking about there was police tapes and there were police everywhere, so you couldn't walk a particular area to go there.
To actually see the body, but I was close enough to know that they found her up in a gully like what you see that place over there, look?
Yes.
It's like
they found her body in a gully, like a terrain, underneath, like somebody dragged her in there, or pushed her in there.
Yeah, because that place is a place where I walk sometimes. I know the area.
Is it a public pathway that everybody walks?
No, not really.
But people would have to.
There.
But people have to know that that particular pathway existed to walk there, because it's not visible from the streets, right?
No.
Okay. Now the reason why I'm asking you so much question is because there's a lot of people out there, and there's a lot of people that watch my channel all around the world, and they're going to be asking me questions. Big Stone, why you didn't ask this particular question? Why you didn't ask that question? You know what I mean? So I want it to be as clear as possible, so that anyone watching this videotape will understand exactly from her perspective what happened that fateful day. Then your son, how did your son got targeted after they found the body of Shante Skyers? You don't know?
I don't. I left him home with his little brother because the other one was taking pep on that day, on the 17th. He had pep class, so this younger one had no school, so I left him there with my home with his little brother. But his little brother is not one to really stay with him because he always like pressure him with a book.
Okay.
And he have to stay into the yard. So the least little chance he gets, he would have slipped away from him. I'm not sure, but from what I have heard and what I have seen, I don't even know where to start because I don't know anything. I got a call from one of my twin sons' godfather about after 4 o'clock. I was at work and he called me and he said, Charmaine, where are you? And I said, I am at work. So he said, so you don't know what going on? He said, what? So you know, yesterday they killed Miguel. And I'm like, I was in the bathroom. Same time I called my boss and he said I could lock
What was
up
going
and
through your
leave.
mind? How did you feel when someone
It's
called
like-
you? Did you know the person who called you?
Yes, he's one of my twin. I have a twin son.
Mhm.
The other brother who was in custody, Brandon Ennis.
Oh, so by this time they arrested one of your brother.
No, he wasn't arrested. Apparently what happened, it is like the next morning, some guys attacked him up by Rock Pond.
Okay, after they killed Miguel, because we
Yes.
want to know where we are. After they killed
After
Miguel,
they killed Miguel,
they attacked the other brother
The
of
next
Miguel
morning.
the next morning.
yeah.
And then I guess that's how the police came into it.
Yeah, because he escaped from them and like some people said to him, the best thing for you is to turn yourself into the police. So he called the police and they pick him up at a certain point. At that time I was at the station because I had to spend the night at the station. Because they said it wasn't safe for me to stay in the community area.
Wow.
The house was burned down.
To the ground, burned
yeah,
flat.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't see it or anything. I just like what people show me pictures of social media. I am not fully aware of anything.
I understand your pain, Charmaine. I understand what's going on. Because when someone loses a child, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm saying this as a father, I'm saying this as a parent. I've never lost a child, but I've seen a lot of families who have lost loved ones. I've lost my mom, I've lost my dad, my nephew, I've lost my sister. You know what I mean? So it really touches the core of my heart to be sitting here with a mother who have lost her son, and not just to illness, because if someone is ill and you take them to the hospital, then there's that thought in the back of your mind that possibly he might not make it. Depends on the illness. But your son was strong and healthy, and to get the news that he was killed, and especially in the manner in which he was killed.
They killed him. Yeah.
I heard in the grapevine that there's a videotape, that they actually videotaped
Yes.
while they were killing your son.
Apparently, from what I saw, he was probably dead from early.
Did you get a chance to see the videotape?
I saw a little of it. One of my cousins showed it to me, but other than that, no.
Wow, this is even...
But I could see the fire. You could hear a lot of voices, and you could see the fire, and you could hear someone saying clearly, "Don't show no face, don't show no pain."
I understand, I
I was
understand.
trying to see if I could identify one of the voices of them, because nobody come from far and to make anything now, you know. And I don't know why they would even think of Miguel being someone to do something like that. Miguel don't even talk too hard. You have to really get to know him.
I get emotional sometimes, ladies, when I do stories, and especially when you do a story and the outcome is so brutal. And in both cases, 'cause we're talking about an 8-year-old little girl that was brutally raped and killed. And we're also talking about a 29-year-old young man who had every opportunity to become somebody for his family. And he also was brutally killed, but in the wickedest of way. And then to get the news that someone else was arrested and charged after they killed little Miguel Williams in such a brutal manner. It tells me that jungle justice, and I can understand Jamaica, I am a person who have done over 3,000 videos on YouTube. I've done many videos appealing to Jamaica to love each other. I've done many videos appealing to families to start bringing back that love and that greatness that we as Jamaicans are. So I understand how we feel when they're killing our children and they kill Yannick. You remember Yannick that was killed in Arnett Garden, right? I remember her very well. Her mother said she sent her to the shop. While she sent little Yannick to the shop, at about 8:30, 10 o'clock Yannick didn't come on home. And that was very unusual of her, because once you send little Yannick to the shop, of course Yannick is going to come on home real quick. And then the appalling thing, ladies and gentlemen, was when she said she smelled something burning. And it smelled like you're burning a dog. Lo and behold, what she smelled was the body of a little girl burning. You know what that is to a mother? So I see the pain and the hurt and the grief on that mother's face, wanting justice for her daughter. And of course, we want justice for Shantae Skyers. I want justice for Shantae Skyers. But ladies and gentlemen, to know that the person that you actually claim and accuse, that was the person who did it, and then we do what we had to do at the time, because I understand it is not right. So it tells me that leave the law to the people who are lawmakers, leave the law to the police, leave the law to the Almighty God, because if you kill one person innocently, I don't care how you feel otherwise, but you must feel bad about yourself to know that you actually killed an innocent person. And that person suffered the same fate as what you're trying to prevent, as what you're trying to fight against. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Devon House. It's a Sunday afternoon, and I chose Devon House to do this interview with Charmaine because it is an area where family come together. It is an area where loved one comes together. It is an area where everyone comes together and share love and joy and family time together. So this place is a place where I only hope you can find some comfort. I only hope you can feel a little bit better knowing that I care and a lot of people in Jamaica care. At least Mr. Brooks in England care about what happened. All right, let's get back to the news, ladies and gentlemen. There was a story floating around. I don't know how true it is. I'm going to ask the mother of Miguel Williams about your son. They were saying that your son is a madman, and because he's a madman, he must be the one to have done it. Explain, if any, if your son have any medical conditions whatsoever.
Yes, he does.
What is his? What was his condition?
It's schizophrenia.
He suffers from schizophrenia, which is a mental condition. But it doesn't mean because you're suffering from schizophrenia that you're the type of person that would just go out there and kill somebody. It just says that you're sick and you need help. Now, we have had schizophrenia who have done hideous things, don't get me wrong. I'm not swearing for Miguel Williams because I was not there. But when you look at the results, what happened afterwards, the police report, it tells you that it was a jump to justice. And because it was a jump to justice, we have to be extremely careful how we do these things to people. Because I know that most of you out there who were a part of this feel bad to know that, yes, 2 lives now, little Shantae Skyers and little Miguel Williams, both lives are gone. They'll never come back. We'll never, never, ever see them again in this life. And to know that you are the part in destroying little Miguel Williams' life. I know you must feel bad to yourself. How are the police treating you? Have they come back with answers to say that somebody was arrested? Because you told me that they have not linked with you at all, and you heard about somebody else being arrested in the news. So I'm saying, if your son was murdered and fingers were pointed and at him as an accused of this hideous crime, then the police could at least call you back and say, Charmaine, listen, we've had somebody in custody. Don't worry, we're going to work this out and see how best we can find the killer for your son. Did anybody make contact with you?
No, as a matter of fact, it's like I was actually, because I always try to watch 7 o'clock news on TVT. And one of my son wake me up and said, Mommy, see Pula left with them on the TV. And I looked, and when they said the name of the person, I couldn't really pick up who it was until I saw his picture on YouTube.
So what you're saying, the picture of the accused now that is in police custody was blasted on the television, and the name was made public?
Yes.
Wow.
But I didn't get the name at that time. I had to go and get it from a friend on her phone, and she sent it to my phone. When I saw the person, I was like...
Is it somebody you know? Somebody you know very well?
Somebody who Miguel go to school with.
A schoolmate?
Yeah. He lives about 2 houses from where I live. Or used to live.
It hurts.
I used to even work at the same place because I do housework. He does landscaping. And oh my God.
I understand, because it's still fresh. I understand. We understand, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a mother that have lost a child. And every time we speak of Charmaine Lee, we must speak of the mother also of Shante Skyers, because both family members have lost children. Both family members are mourning. I can just imagine right now as we speak, the mother of Shante Skyers, she's crying just as hard as you're crying, because both of you have lost loved ones. There's no way to go around this, ladies and gentlemen. 2 families are mourning equally because their family members' lives are just snuffed away. These kids are what you call our future, or future doctors or lawyers. Miguel Williams, even though he might suffer from a medical condition, he could be cured. He could be cured. And based on what I get from the mother and Mr. Brooks all the way in UK, he was a remarkable kid. They would never call a kid Mr. Cool if he was that kind of a person who would just go around giving trouble. They would call him a troublemaker. They possibly would call him double trouble, but they would never ever call him Mr. Cool. I feel your pain, Charmaine. I feel your pain. A lot of people might be asking the question, Big Stone, you need to find the mother of Shante Skyers. Well, I've asked some of my friends who know the family members of Shante Skyers for me to have a sit down with her, because we're an equal platform here. We're not taking side one way or the other. We're here because we're revolutionary. We're here because justice must be served. We're here because 2 families are mourning equally the loss of their child. So when we're interviewing Charmaine Lee about her son, somebody asked to be first, and it just happened to be Charmaine. Mr. Brooks, I want to take my glasses off, man, and I want to look directly at the camera at you. And I want to say thank you for inviting me in this case, because after seeing it in the newspaper and reading it in the newspaper and seeing it on television, I was drawn to it because I am a revolutionary, as I tell you. I am a revolutionary, as I tell you. So I must Thank you for asking me to bring some dignity. As you say, Mr. Brooks, please, Big Stone, please bring some dignity to my friend Miguel Williams' life. Because most of the world who are not actually following the aftermath of the case, the murder and rape of Lil Shanti Skyers, will never know the truth. But your channel is a very watched channel on YouTube, and I trust your judgment to bring some justice, to bring some dignity, and to bring some pride to a young man who is not here to defend himself and to say, I didn't do it. Your pillar of support, who have been supporting you thus far?
There is acting friends like Junior Brooks. His mother is Miguel's godmother.
Okay.
Yeah, they are my most supportive friends now. And I hardly go back to the community where I was. And I mean, like, even my siblings, I hardly see them. I am like hardly in touch with anybody really.
How do you feel about the people that did this to your son?
Wow, it's a mixed feeling. It's a very mixed feeling, and I'm like, and I will say this openly, Shanti Sky's father, I only know him as yellow or color. A little girl, her uncles, they also need to come forward and talk what has happened to Miguel. Her mother, I've only met her mother up there because her mother is not from the hills. And I remember seeing that woman walking up and down the road all by herself for her daughter. But I would like for a little girl's father and his uncle and his brothers to come forward and say what has really happened. What has they done to my son and why. They are people that I know.
It's a very emotional case, ladies and gentlemen. And we know there are many families in Jamaica that in the exact same, I understand, that is in the exact same position that Charmaine Lee is in. That is in the exact same position that Shantae Skyers' parents are in. We'd only hope that the truth, the everlasting truth that cannot be hidden or stay hidden for too long, will come to the fore, and justice is served for Shantae Skyers. Justice also served for Miguel Williams. I want to thank you very much. You're a very brave mother. And to come out, 7 months later and to speak openly and to share your emotions with the world, I applaud you for this. And I would only hope that anyone who has information on what happened to Lily Shantae Skyers, anyone who has information as to what happened to Miguel Williams, to come forward and let your conscience be clear. Jamaica, we're bleeding. We've lost over 1,326 people to murder last year. Numerous amounts of children have been kidnapped and taken away and raped. A lot of women's life has been snuffed out. On my way to this interview, it was in the news that a soldier chopped and killed his wife and then shot himself to death. There's a lot of things going on with our community. There's a lot of things going on in the heads of us as Jamaicans. We need to stay calm. We need to stay calm. If you need medical assistance, Don't be afraid to reach out to someone. If something is bothering you, you must have a bestie, a best friend, or something that you can call and share your problems with. But if you keep your problems bottled in, wow, it can explode. And then when it explodes, it's not an easy thing. I want to thank you so much. Anything else you want to tell me about Miguel? I know you do. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is a tough one for me. This is tough. This brings me back to 14 years ago when little Shanika Anderson was killed. This brings me back 10 years ago when little Courtney Walker was killed. This brings me back a few years ago when little Yannick Francis from Honest God was killed. Let's stop killing our children. Let's stop killing our women. Let's stop killing people, period, in this country. If we have a problem, let the law take its course. Those are my words to you. I love you, Jamaica. 2020, we have killed over 30 people and climbing. Let's put an end to this. And also remember, on the 22nd of February, at the Arnett Garden Tony Spalding Stadium, Rise Jamaica. Bring back that love, that unity concert, featuring William King Alice, America's great motivational speaker, and also Jessica Mbangini, all the way from South Africa, coming to Jamaica to give their support to us as Jamaican people, and to see our best we can bring back that beautiful love again. Charmaine Lee, I love you. Love you so much. And don't worry, we're always here for you. You have my number. Please feel free to call. And if anyone wants to reach out to Charmaine, you know what I mean, to whatever you want to do, to offer her some assistance, whether it's financially or otherwise, please do. You can send me an email at bigstone1000@hotmail.com, and I will forward a number to you if you're genuine, and to see how best we can heal from this devastating loss. Thank you all for watching, and I do hope we can have a safe and lovable day. Thank you.